Yeah, what's your name?
Colt.
Colt what?
Colt too.
Oh, yeah. Who's your daddy?
There.
Right there?
I always say there was Roddy Piper and there was Roderick Toombs. They were two completely different people. You had this crazy character that you saw on the TV, and then at home, Roderick Toombs was my dad. He was like any other dad. He was loving. He wanted to help us learn how to ride bikes and wanted to beat up our first boyfriends. And
There you go. Thank God this had a fire.
Being a heel, especially in the late 80s and 90s, it wasn't just you're a bad guy on TV and that's it. It followed you home, followed you everywhere.
Come on!
Constant target. Things like this would happen at school. A teacher would literally sit there and yell at us and scold us because our dad did something last week on TV that they didn't approve of. It was absolutely horrible.
there were times growing up that I would tell people my dad was a plumber, just because I didn't want to deal with people knowing who he was.
There was somebody left a giant cardboard note spray painted like, I don't remember what it said, but it was some sort of death threat on the inside of our gate. Like, to come to our house, you had to really want to be there. It was in the middle of nowhere, down the middle of nowhere road.
This is some of my family. This here, of course, my wife, Kitty.
Roddy made the family the most important thing in his life, and he made his kids feel secure.
Yeah, that's gargoyle. Keeps us safe.
People did not like him, and he was afraid that that would translate down to his family, and as such, kept us very isolated. We had about 10 acres on a mountain, and we raised horses and had goats.
Me and my sisters and my mom are all so close because we spent so much time together. We're family, we love each other, but we have more of an intimate bond than anybody I know because of the way we were brought up.
The kids were used to him. It was a way of life for them, for him to be always going out the door and leaving.
Down, this hand goes down.
The few things they could count on him for,
All the way down.
he was always there 100%.
Wall fishing and some sugar dancing.
When my dad came home, it was definitely like a party.
He would be home at Christmas, which was like a big holiday for us, and he was always home when someone was born.
Nice roll.
I never felt hurt. I never felt neglected. He always made himself available emotionally for us, even if he wasn't physically present. And in a lot of ways, I think it shaped me into like a better person.
The name of the game is Piper's Pit, brother. Can't stand the game. When do they hear? Go ahead. Well, go ahead. Punch me, punch me.
I would see one of my dad's Piper's Pits or a match in the ring, just something he would do, and I was so embarrassed that that was my dad doing those things. But now looking back, you know, it's unbelievably cool that that was my dad doing those things.
Close your eyes, keep them closed. And
Thank you.
you're welcome.
We were truly best friends on top of being father and son. He was the best father in the world.
You love Daddy.
That you.
No, you mean
I miss so much about my dad.
I'll tell you one.
He had a way of, whatever kind of day you were having, he had this way to just make you feel 1,000,000% better about life, about yourself. Like, he had this ability to change your spirits, and I really miss that.
He really was just an incredible person, and he had a passion but also a compassion that most people didn't know about. He cared more about other people than he did about himself.